We are live. Let me take the Bluetooth is off. We are good to go. Early stream today. Early stream. Doing a cop watch today. Let's go check out Havana and Colfax first, just to make sure everything's kosher over there. Early stream today. All right. There we go. All right. Almost on our run. We're going to head over to Havana and Colfax just to make sure that nothing is going on over there. What's up, Michelle? Nice to have you here. Moses, good morning to you, sir. Nice to have you here. Let me know if the audio is okay. I did take the Bluetooth off. Sometimes the Bluetooth messes with the audio to no end. Susan P. Good morning to you, ma'am. How are you? Hope you all are doing okay. Doing an early morning run today because I got some stuff to do. Good audio. Thank you, Michelle. Pippi, good morning to you. How are you, ma'am? Hope you're doing all right. Now, obviously, when I'm driving, I cannot see the chat. D Savage, welcome. And Jesse, welcome. Nice to have you too. You missed me. I know I was off all of the week before, for reasons out of my control. But I'm back. Susan P, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Make sure and make sure and hit the like button if you haven't already. We're going on a little run here. Just want to make sure everything's kosher. We're doing a Colfax run. Just to make sure that, people aren't being messed with. I will check everything out. Susan Everett, nice to have you here. I know when you come in, Susan, I know the color of your avatar, and stuff like that. Sometimes I can glance and see who's, what's up, the regulars anyways. If you're watching on Replay Crew, I do appreciate that as well. Hopefully this is uneventful. Hopefully we're just taking a drive. I know a lot of, what one of my main criticisms was and still is for a lot of people and why they don't like my channel. They say these Colfax runs are boring. To which I say, good. I hope it stays boring. I want it to be boring. I want this run to be uneventful. I don't take pleasure in watching other people's pain. So, yes, the Monster Squad in full effect. I'd rather rather do this early than later because it's been so hot here in Denver. Extremely hot. Over 100 hot here in Denver is almost unbearable. I don't like it. I like a little bit cooler, 60, 70, 80 degrees. I'm even okay in the winter. You can always add more clothing. You can only take so much clothing off in the summer. I don't mind summer, but I just don't like the extreme heat. Let's not go through this yellow light. All right, we're almost up to Havana and Colfax. Way too hot for me too. What's up, HCO? Blue Unicorn, good morning. He's going to bed. That's Luna? That's your service dog, Michelle? That's awesome. I have a design that Kip LA made for me specifically. I used to have another one that someone gave to me and threatened legal action if I didn't, or they threatened to take my monetization if I kept, and I could have kept it. There was nothing that person could do on my old logo. But I like this logo a lot better. It's a lot more me. Kip is amazing. Kip LA. Amazing graphic artist. He designed the banner that I have on YouTube, and he designed my logo. So just a really cool dude. We're almost to Havana and Colfax. If nothing's going on there, we're going to continue on. So far, so good. Hit that like button, y'all. That definitely will help me. I love cold weather, some snow, but hate the heat. I like, here in Denver, it's weird. Like, even if the temperature is like 30 degrees or 20 degrees, as long as the sun is out, then we're in good shape. Oh, look, what do we have here? We do have a supervisor there. I don't know if it's worth an RTD supervisor. I think we'll be okay. No police, that's the main thing. That was just an RTD supervisor. Yeah, the logo's not bad, right, Michelle? I kind of like it. I've had it for a long time. I've got an idea for another one, but I'll have to talk to Kip LA about it. None your mother effing business. What's up? I made a song just for you, Nanya. All right, we're right in the heart of Aurora here. If we're gonna catch any action in Aurora, it might be in this area in here. I don't expect anything this early in the morning, but you never know. I've been on weird runs before, like Sundays. I never expect to find anything. I found everything from a car that crashed into a matter of fact, that building right there, there was to the right where that barber shop is, there was a car that crashed into that building. There was also another car that crashed into another building not too far from here. Chris on the drums. Are you here? 80s in Arkansas. Yikes. Yep, Chris on the drums. What's up, man? Nice to have you here, buddy. We're doing a casual Colfax run today. Tomorrow, I may have a members only stream. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that I might. We might have 2 members only streams this month. But obviously, if you're not a member, I will release that shortly after, so you guys don't be left out. I never wanted to do memberships to where I never wanted memberships to begin with, but a lot of people talked me into it. Namely Nampic and Big Chief and Ellie and a couple other people, thought it would be a good idea, and now I agree with them. I didn't before, but I agree with them now. But basically, I never wanted any of my content to be hidden behind a paywall. I just didn't think that was a fair proposition to people who couldn't pay the membership. But the more and more I thought about it, I'm like, the only benefit that members are really getting is the emojis are the big one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those emojis. I need to once I get more members, as I get more members, I will add more emojis. Unfortunately, it takes more members to get more emojis, so there's that. And then the live experience, the live streams, once, maybe twice a month, I'll do members only live streams, and then after release them to everybody else. But we have a lot of fun on the live streams. I did one at the Capitol and then one at Sloan's Lake, and the next one might be rather fun. I might hang out with Blue Unicorn tomorrow. I gotta wait on a little bit of confirmation on something, but Blue, if you're listening, I would actually be excited to go up there and just hang out and do some foraging, food foraging. So yeah, I agree with Blue. Blue had a little video yesterday. I highly recommend people check out Blue Unicorn. He did a video where he gathered like a bunch of plums and apples and stuff like that were just laying on the ground going to waste. And what Blue does is gather a lot of that up and makes like fruit roll-up stuff or applesauce, stuff of that nature. Gonna maybe do some of that tomorrow. I'll let you guys know later today, but that would be pretty cool. I think you guys would enjoy that. Yep, suburban foraging is what he calls it. Yeah, might do that tomorrow. Stay tuned on that. Blue, I just have to confirm a couple of things, dude. Just got to make sure on a couple of things. All right, we're into Denver now. So far, so quiet. Just how I like it. I've been checking out the side streets too. Nothing going on there. So we're A-okay there. A lot of times you'll find right off of Colfax, a lot of stuff happens right off on the side streets. I found many occasions I've reported on double murders, stabbings, all kinds of stuff, domestic violence stuff, traffic incidents. A lot of things happen right off of Colfax here. Let's see if this person's gonna let me in. Doubtful. Oh, well, I'll just make myself way in. There we go. KT Peta, welcome. Nice to have you here. Do you know Dog or Bobby Brown? I do not know. I know who Bobby Brown is. Isn't that singer? I'm wondering how that movie is going. Any progression still on hold? It's on hold, HCO. I don't have enough actors. I've tried several times. I did about 10 to 15% of the movie. Blue Unicorn helped me out. His friend helped me out. But I can only go so far. I think what I'm gonna do, HCO, on the movie, I'm gonna release the screenplay to you all, so you guys can see what I wrote. I wrote a kind of a little novella, so to speak, and I wrote a screenplay. And I directed about 10 to 15% of the movie, starring myself and a few other actors. But I didn't have enough actors, and nobody wants to work for free, which I understand, but I can't pay anybody. It has to be a project that people are willing to do for free because of the passion. But I think I'm going to redo it. And I'm going to give it one more go, HCO. But I really have to have actors that are committed for at least a month or so that I could do it. And also, all I want to do is direct, because the acting part of it is extremely difficult to do at the same time you're directing. So it's dicey right now. But I think what I'll do for you guys is you know what I'll do? I'll do a link. I'll do a Google Drive link to the that would be an interesting members only live too, where I give you guys a Google Drive link to the screenplay, and we can, I can show you guys some of the work that I did, and you guys can let me know if you guys like it or don't like it, or think it would make for a decent movie. I don't know. I think it's okay. I've had a lot of people look at it and say this is pretty damn good for a first effort. So, I mean, I'm not a Hollywood guy, so it is what it is. But no, HCO, I need to recast and do all kinds of stuff, man. It's making a movie is not an easy thing to do, especially when you're one person trying to make that movie. Really, really difficult, especially when you're on a very limited budget. Very, very limited budget. But I thought the work that I did and Blue did was actually really good. Blue is privy to the actual screenplay, and he gave it his approval, so that's enough by me. I think you guys would like it too, to be honest. I think there's a level of authenticity to that screenplay that probably is quite refreshing. A lot of times when screenplays are written, I've read a ton of screenplays. It just seems so Hollywood and so contrived, that it's nice every once in a while to have something that's not along those lines. But I've got ideas to write a couple more movies too. Both of my ideas are, I think, pretty cool. One of them is fairly unique. So I need to get started on that, actually. Probably will do that this winter once the weather turns a little bit. Maybe after I get back from my trip to Vegas with Bernie and my son and Bernie's son and stuff like that. You guys, I don't know. I might get that screenplay done and release that to you guys too, because got some really good ideas from my experiences cop watching and stuff like that. I got a really bang up idea for a kind of a thriller / action movie, which would be a ton of fun. You need a free actress. I'm ready for my close-up. Yeah, I definitely need actresses and actors for sure. 357, welcome. Mick T, welcome. All right, we're still in Denver here. Denver's the longest stretch. We'll get into Lakewood too. I'm doing the full run today. Nothing so far, which is always the best case scenario, I guess, is the way to put it. I did fix, for the most part, the camera angle, guys, so that way you're not looking at the apparatus itself instead of the road. I hate that. A lot of streamers don't keep that in mind when they set their rigs up, and then all you see for half of the screen is the apparatus that the camera's being held by. Much better the way that it is right there, and I'll work on getting it full screen, like maybe like that, That might be that. It's tilted kind of upwards, but kind of don't like that. You'll get a little bit of the dashboard, but not too bad. All right, this is a dicey area in here too. So, you know, a lot of times I've caught cops messing with people over here, especially homeless people. I don't like that. It's outrageous sometimes. It's maddening. It's all of the adjectives that you can, you know, can think about. It's gross, not right. But yeah, I mean, Denver experiences homeless like any other city does. It is getting worse. It's not getting any better. The mayor here had these grand ideas, grand visions of the way things should be. Never has followed up on those visions. I was skeptical of Mike Johnson, the mayor of Denver, for a while. I would have much preferred Lisa Calderon, her vision for Denver. I think her vision was a lot more sustainable, better, would have helped if she would have actually done it. But of course, Mike Johnson gets in. I mean, anybody would have been better than Kelly Broom. I'm super happy she didn't become the mayor of Denver. But there's a lot left to be desired with this Mike Johnson. I wish he would have considered adopting Lisa Calderon's vision for the homeless. Her like I said, her vision for the homeless was a lot more sustainable. I don't know if you guys heard the news. There was it made national news. Denver did an experiment where they gave homeless. Man, come on, man. Jesus, what is wrong? That was crazy. Denver made a commitment to, I think it was about a total of 10,000 people here. No. It's a little bit less than that. I can't remember the number, but they were giving some people, a certain amount of people, I think it was like 50% of those, an income, like $1,000 a month or something. Some of them got an upfront one-time payment of, I think it was like $6,500. They gave others $1,000 a month or some weird thing for 6 months. Can't remember the exact, or maybe it was like 500. I can't remember. But so these people would get either an upfront lump sum of $6,500 plus a small and they gave a control group like $50 a month, which is, but you know, a little something. And another group that got more monthly but not upfront cash. And they found out that the people receiving that cash, you know, it worked wonders, basically. It's kind of funny that when you give people resources, they tend to get off the streets. Cape Cod Cop Watcher, what's up? Later, Michelle. Hopefully your dog's okay. Biscuits and Groovy, good morning. Susan, thank you for joining. A lot in California, KT Pita. I love that reference. Later, Susan Everett, thank you for joining. Really appreciate everybody that's joining. We're doing a simple Colfax run so far. It's been very uneventful, which I'm very grateful for. Very, very grateful for that. I never like to see people in distress. Does it make for good content? Of course, but I'd much rather the people of Denver and Aurora and Lakewood be safe than to, you know, to see people in distress. But I got to do what I got to do when I see it. When I see somebody pulled over, I can't help but pull over myself and make sure those people at least go home safe, or at least are treated okay. And if you have a camera on that type of situation, it definitely helps to deter any bad behavior. The cops don't care about their body cams because they have been known to edit their footage or delete their footage or turn off their footage or any number of things that they get away with. If I was in charge of that whole scenario, that would never happen. I would make legislation to where if you were a cop, the minute that you're on duty, you have that camera going. I don't care if it's in a meeting. I don't care if you just meet someone on the street or whatever. You would be on cam from the time you got in to your place of work to the time you left, with a couple of exceptions. Bathroom breaks, obviously. Nobody wants to be videotaped while they're going to the bathroom, or maybe some do, but that's a whole different scenario. That's pretty much it with cops. And your lunch, turn it off for your lunch. There you go. Unless a citizen comes up to you and you start interacting with that citizen, then that camera should go right back on. But because I just don't trust them. There's little reason to trust the police. They haven't gained public trust. Back in the day, they used to have at least some goodwill towards communities when they were doing foot patrols, and everybody knew your local cop. Even when I was little, there were a few of those type of people that, where you felt at least semi-comfortable. But it just deteriorated until, now they get away with murder. They've always gotten away with murder. But, now the spotlight is on them with the amount of cameras and stuff going on. So, is what it is. I'm rambling. Dempsey, welcome. Zero reason to trust. I agree. I believe body cams and dash cams should be recording their whole shift. 100% Cape Cod. Yeah, I know, Dabin. Welcome on in, buddy. I don't trust them either, and nor should anybody else. I know that there's a big portion of this country that think cops are heroes, and they can do no wrong. They, anything that they say and do is in good faith and all this stuff. And I've anecdotally, I've seen too much in my lifetime. I'm a little bit older. I'm way older than I look, I think. But that's anecdotally, but statistically, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You cannot rely on cops to investigate themselves and expect anything less than stellar reviews. So I think that's a big time problem. And I have made incremental changes in Aurora and Denver. KDOT and I are the reason that Denver has taken all their no recording in the lobbies signs down. I still have yet to do my victory lap on that, and KDOT and I will be going to each and every district and recording inside the lobbies of each district at some point. And then beyond that, in Aurora, we've made significant changes, like getting rid of chiefs and employees and exposing the truth in Aurora. I've several times exposed corruption, and that's a big part of it, is exposing the corruption, all the way from the hiring process to the training process to out on the street processes. So there you go. Updated my address on my license. Yeah. Anon Mouse, welcome. Nice to have you here. We're done with the majority of Denver. There's a small stretch when we get above across the bridge here. And then we'll get on into Lakewood. I've noticed Lakewood has calmed down quite a bit. I don't know if Lakewood has ushered all of their homeless over into Denver, which I suspect is the case. I can't keep track of every single police force in the Denver metro area. But one weird good thing that I found out is that Lakeside is a little north of here, northwest of here. Lakeside's an interesting case. You guys should look it up. There was a family that basically ran the police, the fire department. One family ran their entire department, and they were doing shady things like, selling themselves cars at much reduced prices, and a lot of shady shit over in Lakewood. But all of those, that whole family of people got ousted because finally the Attorney General decided to do something. So that's actually really, really good news. And I'm happy for the people of Lakeside that they're not going to be... And Lakeside's just a tiny little kind of subdivision north of Denver. But I'm really happy that those corrupt officials got ousted. I have no problem with when I hear of corrupt officials being jettisoned out of their positions. And I wish that the people of the United States would oust politicians when they find corruption. There's corruption both democratically and Republican wise. That's why I can't stand the two-party system. I think money in politics is the root of most of the corruption, if not all of the corruption. Power is part of it too. And with money comes power, and people get drunk on money, therefore get drunk on power. So, I'm a big advocate. When Bernie Sanders was talking about getting money out of politics, I was very, very interested, because I think that would bring a whole new, better dynamic when your politicians aren't bought off and paid off and, bribed. I'll just call it for what it is. It's a bribe. By the way, this radar on the right is completely wrong. I'm going 30. It says I'm going 35. It's completely wrong. Thankfully, it's not a photo radar. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of corruption in politics and in government, and it's the reason why I do what I do. So to expose as much of that as I can expose, and I've exposed a ton of it, especially in Aurora and Denver and the Denver metro area. So Atlanta Transparency, welcome. End qualified immunity and make all accountable to law. I agree with that, ATL. The funny thing is, we don't have qualified immunity here in Colorado anymore, but that has not slowed anything down. It has not slowed the corruption. Now, I think it's going to take quite a few people to sue the police themselves under the no qualified immunity that they do not enjoy here in Colorado anymore. I've yet to see anybody sue cops personally yet. Once that starts happening, I think we'll see a big shift. But for right now, it's kind of status quo, and I don't think it's made much of a difference. So, but I do agree. I think federally that should be a mandate, which I know the police unions are crying about right now and bitching about, and I don't really care. I drink those tears. I gather them in a cup and I drink them. Jonathan Mazzilli, good morning. Nice to have you here. We're just doing an old-fashioned early Colfax run, man. Nothing so far. We're almost into Lakewood. Final stretch of Denver. My old hood. Actually, to the south of here. From here south is where I used to hang out quite a bit. That 7-Eleven brings back a lot of memories. Memories of me beating the crap out of people in Street Fighter. And for those who don't know what Street Fighter is, it's a video game, an arcade game. My car just let me know We're entering a school zone. Lots of schools up and down Colfax here, this stretch. Can't wait till they get all this construction done. Seems like Colfax is in a perpetual state of construction. I mean, they need to redo this whole street. It's a rough stretch here. They need to just redo the whole thing. All right. Continuing on, we're almost into Lakewood here. A few more streets and we'll be... Oh, side note, if you're ever in Denver, that Pig and Whistle, that's a dispensary. It's the best dispensary in Denver, in my opinion. But I don't really go anymore because I grow my own. But if you're into weed and if you're ever in Denver, look up the Pig and Whistle. It's definitely got the best stuff. Mine is the best, but you know, I'm biased. I actually would put my cannabis up against any dispensaries, but that's neither here nor there. Unindoctrinated, welcome. Non-Mouse, I think I said hi to you. If I missed you, I'm sure the mods gave you a very warm welcome. All right, now we're into Lakewood. We were talking about homelessness earlier, and I think one of the roughest stretches right in through here, from here on. Some of the most vulnerable are right in through this stretch. A lot of drug users, a lot of alcoholics, a lot of despair, a lot of sadness. Every time I go through this stretch, I kind of get a lump in my throat. It's when I had resources to do homeless outreach like food. This was a stretch that I used to frequent more than any, because these people I felt needed it more than anybody else. Not saying anybody is more deserving or anything. It's just these people. It's just one of the toughest stretches in all of the Denver metro area. Really brings back memories to when I first started the channel here, and did my thing. We're almost at the end of the run here, guys. I'm just contemplating a few things. The air quality is getting better now. For the past 2 weeks, it's been horrible here in Denver. The wildfires have just wreaked havoc on my sinuses and my allergies and my breathing. It's been rough. I can't imagine asthmatics. The air was just so thick with smoke and nonsense. So bad. But luckily I think we're finally coming to the end of that stretch, and the air quality looks quite a bit better, which I'm very happy for. No bueno. Bud prices here in Mass, if you find... Yeah, you know what? The bud prices here are dropping quite a bit. They are, here in Denver anyways, they're dropping, which I think is good and bad. The tax rate is what really kills people. We have an effective rate. I think last I saw it was 23%. So if you go to a dispensary and you buy anything, just remember about 20, almost a quarter is going to taxes. And that's like one of the few things that is taxed that high. I don't even think cigarettes are taxed that high. It's definitely a bonanza for the government. Here in Denver especially, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. So Denver is just making hand over fist money. And the funny thing about it is, it was supposed to go to homelessness and education. Education was the main priority, but they have yet to see a penny of that money since weed became legal here. It's sitting in a fund, and the legislature in Colorado is very slyly trying to figure out how they can get that money for themselves. And it's just a matter of time before they figure that out. Our education problems here would be completely solved. Food would be paid for, everything, if they would tap into that money and use it for the intended purpose. But, you know, of course, the government's got a government and use the money for whatever they want to use it for, not for what it should be used for. So I had a video in this little parking lot with an overzealous security guard who was full of shit. That was a fun video. I'm not gonna park in this one though, because I don't want any issues. I don't want any problems at all. We got through a clean run with no problems. I think that's good for today. Let's find a shady spot, and then we will end this deal. Here's one. Yeah. Perfection. Okay. Let me turn the camera around. We'll talk to each other for a bit. What's up, everybody? Nice to see you. Who else have we got in here? Southern Yankee, good morning to you. Nice to have you here. Wish they would legalize weed in Indiana. I'd rather weed be legal instead of alcohol. I would go one step further, Nanya. I wish they would decriminalize weed. That way everybody can freely, feel free and not have to worry about any constraints on weed nationwide. We could go from state to state, not have to worry about, whether or not you have weed in your possession. It's just, I wish they would do that. That would make things a lot better. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, I think I agree with that. Defiance Unleashed. Decriminalize everything. Kind of like they did in Portugal. Portugal, they did it's pretty successful. They legalized everything. Heroin, cocaine, the whole works, fentanyl. But they did it really smartly. They had a reserve of money that they use for rehab centers, safe places to do your drug of choice, mental health money. They really did it really, really smart there. And they found that when they decriminalized everything, it kind of took the wind out of the sails of drugs. Not to say that people still don't die of overdose over there or anything like that, but it was a high reduction of crime in Portugal. Very interesting experiment that they ran out there, and I was surprised. I wasn't a proponent of decriminalizing hard drugs, but it's working for them, and that's good. Becky, welcome. Nice to have you here. Old guy Mitch, welcome. Did somebody gift memberships? If that's the case, thank you. Welcome on in, Amanda Erickson, nice to have you here. Harm reduction, mental health. Yep. Jail doesn't work. I agree on that. Defiance, for sure. Massachusetts revenue went up since it became legal. That's absolutely correct. I mean, everywhere you go where they've legalized weed, the money goes up. Defiance, I have no problem. I mean, like I said, as long as there's no, BS with no homophobia, no racism, no bothering other chatters, we're good. And if you bother me, you can bother me to a certain point, but there is a limit to my patience as well. I have a little more patience than most, but it's all good in the hood. Oh, Moses, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Awesome, Amanda. All right. So let's quickly talk about the rest of the schedule this week, and then I'll end it. Tomorrow, I am hoping to get out to Loveland, barring any unforeseen circumstance. Loveland, maybe I'll take you by where the cops brutalized Karen Garner. She's since passed, but that was a horrible situation out in Loveland. I have been out to Loveland before to audit, but it's been a while since I've been out there. If I go tomorrow, it'll be to forage for food with Blue Unicorn. It'll be a members only stream, but I'll release it to the general public after. Cricket Cinema, welcome. Nice to have you here. Harm reduction supporter here in Massachusetts. Awesome. Yes, harm reduction is very, very important. Awesome, Cape Cod. I hope some of you guys that have memberships will consider keeping them. It's one thing to keep a gift or to get a gifted membership. It's another thing to spring for a membership after. I highly recommend it. It's only $3. It helps me out tremendously. Like, it's been very, very helpful in me getting records and all kinds of things that I've done for the channel. Plus it allows me to put gas in my car. This is my full-time gig, guys. I do this full-time. I put in more than full-time hours behind the scenes, in front of the camera, whatever. I don't ask for much. The memberships are less than a cup of coffee, so it's just not that much. Pippi, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Pippi. Thank you for that super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. Who am I missing? Did I miss anybody? DOA is a fraud. Welcome. Nice to have you here. All drugs should be legalized. I agree, Pippi. I mean, it's problem is so many creators all have memberships and want us to join. I know, Amanda. You got to pick and choose the proper people. That's how I used to do it. I've been on the other side of things. I do have memberships to certain people's channels. I think my channel is worthy of it. I wouldn't ask. But I think my channel is worthy of it. I mean, like I said, it's less than a cup of coffee. I know that there's a ton of options out there, but I think the work that I have done, I do, and I continue to do speaks for itself. I think it's worthy of that attention, so just consider it, Amanda, if you so choose, please. I mean, it does help. I mean, it goes a long way. I mean, I end up with, when it's all said and done, I end up with about half of that $3 membership, so $1.50 I end up with. But it's tremendously helpful to keep me on the road. Tremendously. What else do we got here? Let's see. Big Chief is in the house. What's up, Senor? How are you? Hope you're doing well, Big Chief. Okay, so I think we have a very, very strong community here. I mean, that's my pitch to anybody that's got a gifted membership. The community is super strong. We try to avoid drama as much as possible. The drama is usually in the camera frame. Um, but I try to do my best. I do have um, the live membership or the live stream for members, at least one a month. And they've been interesting so far. Like I said, I want to do one with Blue Unicorn. I also want to get together with Conspiracy Music because I think that would be a fantastic one. So you're going to get 1 to 2 live streams a month. So that alone might make it worth it for some people. Um, Plus, I think the good that I've done on this channel, I've done a lot of hard, good work for you guys. Whether it's the journalistic side of things, the cop watching is sometimes interesting. The protesting Scientology stuff is always interesting as well. There's lots to talk about there. I mean, tons. Um, I'm all about my drama. My brother said so. Brandon James, what's going on, man? Nice to have you in here. Welcome on in, bud. So if you do get a gift in memberships, all that I ask is that you at least consider it. Consider keeping that membership because it's super cheap. I know you have, everybody has very limited income. My income's less than most. I make anywhere between, I mean, now it's getting a little different. It used to be like $100 every 2 to 3 months or so. And now it's consistently anywhere between 100 and 400 bucks, just depending on the month, a month. But can any of you live on $400 a month? I doubt it. I am afforded the luxury of, making some smart decisions in my life. Bernie helps me a lot too. So that's why I'm able to do what I do. So, I work hard for you guys. I really do. And I consider you guys um, friends of the channel. And, those memberships and super chats and, whatever contributions you guys can make, even if it's $1, helps out a lot. I'm done with the e-begging portion. Let's talk about what's going on for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, I plan on getting out with Blue Unicorn. I have to wait on a confirmation of a couple of things. If I get out to Loveland, tomorrow's going to be the day to do it. I usually have a day off, but see, there we go. The day's off. Susan P, thank you so much for that super sticker. Wow, really appreciate that, Susan. You're amazing. So tomorrow I plan on doing that. Stay tuned to my community post. I'll let you guys know for sure. Thank you, Susan. I really appreciate that. What else? Friday's my other show. Normally Thursday I take off, but tomorrow's about the only day that I can get out to Loveland if a couple of things happen here today, but I'll let you guys know. Friday I do a show called RP Grinders. You can watch it on YouTube, but the chat's over at twitch.tv/RP Grinders. Saturdays in the mornings is the comment show, and in the early evening, 7 Eastern, I'm going to be doing the new talk show, Let's Talk, episode 2. The first episode was just more of a feeler episode, and I feel kind of the same way with episode 2. I think I have a topic for Saturday that people wouldn't mind chiming in on. It's a call-in show, old school call-in show, so hope you guys enjoy that. Sundays is Hot Tub with Bernie at 9 Eastern, so make sure you join Bernie's channel if you guys like a little bit of adult karaoke fun. It's always a good time there. It's good to have a little levity in everything. Everything I do on this channel is for the most part very serious, so it's nice to hop on over to Bernie's and have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? Johnny, welcome. Let's see. Monday through Wednesday is Colfax run / cop watching / whatever, protesting Scientology. I will be getting out to the Scientology org hopefully sometime next week. I want to get back to doing that. I don't want to let recent events sour that. So there's that whole thing. Um, so that's the schedule, guys, for this week and the weeks upcoming. Like I said, I want to do maybe 2 members only streams this month. I want to get hopefully to get together with Blue Unicorn tomorrow, and also I want to do a stream with Conspiracy Music. But that's what you got to look forward to this month. Um, I'm trying to save up as much money as possible to go to Vegas in October. So, giving you guys a heads up, in October, I will be doing some live streams live from Las Vegas, which is always a fun time. You know, always a good time out in Las Vegas. So, hoping you guys can join me for that. I think it's gonna be lit in Vegas. Trust me. I did a couple of live streams in Vegas. You guys would be surprised. On my vacation, I did some cop watching out there. We had lives from the strip and certain casinos and stuff like that. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. Maybe I'll take you guys on a members only walk up and down the strip, and then I'll release it after to non-members, stuff like that. But lots of fun to be had on this channel, lots of content. Sometimes the content isn't the most exciting like today's, but you never know what you're going to get on this channel. So oh, thank you, Susan P. Thanks for ratting out, Susan P. I can't always see the memberships, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What else do I got in here? You meeting up with Blue tomorrow? Possibly. Johnny, you want to go? Yeah, Johnny, if you want to go with me, that'd be cool too. Unindoctrinated, thanks for the links. Pinche Becky, nice to have you in here. I appreciate everything you do, Susan P. It's really awesome. I like your chill style. Southern Yankee, thank you so much. I know you've contributed in more ways than one to the channel, so thank you for being a member, and thanks all the members in here, and thanks the subscribers. I've lost quite a bit of subscribers with the recent drama, but that's leveling out, and we're back on our way up. So I can't thank you all enough. It's my pleasure to serve you all. You guys are my boss. I don't have a traditional boss. McDonald, welcome. Nice to have you here. Give me a ring later today, Johnny. All right, later today. Susan P is an awesome supporter, very generous. I love all you guys for varying reasons. I'm not money hungry. I never have been. I grew up very humble. My mom used to do triple coupons and clip out coupons and all that. We had to do what we had to do to survive, right? And I carry that feeling going forward. I've never been super flashy. I mean, I know that I got this brand new car, and that seems like maybe I got big time money, but that's simply untrue. I make monthly payments on this car, and we live check to check, Bernie and I. So in my case, it's once a month, and it's anywhere between $100 and $400. She makes quite a bit more money than I do. Not quite a bit, but enough to get us through and survive. So we're doing all right. But I want to thank you guys for making this channel possible. That's all. I think that's all I got for you guys. Let me end with my mental health speech. If you guys are struggling with your mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. And in lieu of that, my email, this guy right here, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that helps. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you right there, you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There is a North American hotline that you can dial. It's 988 if you're struggling and you want to get a hold of somebody instantaneously, a stranger, if you will. Sometimes it's best to talk to a stranger. Dial 988. And if you don't want to talk to somebody, you can text that number. Somebody will get back with you, in a timely fashion, and they can help you out. If you're not living in North America, type in your browser of choice, um, mental health help, and there'll be a plethora of options. Click on any one of those options, and they will get you connected with somebody that can help you out. Please, please, please talk to somebody before you make a rash decision. I've been there. I've been in those positions where the sky is falling, the world hates me, everybody doesn't like me, I'm hated, all that stuff. I've been in your position. And without the help of counseling, I don't know where I would have been. So please, please, please make the phone call, talk to somebody, reach out to a family member, a friend, an acquaintance. Just talk to somebody, okay? I always have time for everybody that emails me. People that I've dealt with, literally probably 100 people that have contacted me via email. You know, let's keep it going. I can definitely talk with you. Can't solve all your problems, but sometimes talking just helps. So anyways, yes, I consider you a friend too, Becky. Thank you so much. I'm my fave since no one else thinks it. Johnny, you'd be surprised, buddy. You would be surprised. There's lots of people that love you, especially here in Denver. I like you. I can't say as I love you, but I like you. Thank you, Cape Cod. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the new members that are here. Thanks to everybody that donated. I really appreciate you all. So you guys all have a great, wonderful day. I will see you guys most likely tomorrow. Check out my community page for any further stuff. But thank you guys so much. Have a great day. See you guys on the next one.